because you wake up every day with a purpose in mind. It's like nothing can tell you otherwise. It's just you got to go.
Right.
So
what was your hardships early on? Like with the music, like pursuing music, like what was the obstacles that you hit that you was like, damn, like am I really gonna want to do this?
I think it's just a lot of people perform even off the stage, and it's hard for me to watch.
What you mean about that? What you mean off the stage?
It's just like people feel like they have to be who they think they're supposed to be.
Oh, as far as like a persona, like with
like
the
personas. They got personas, or they want to seem like they got it all figured out, or and it makes you feel like, damn, like I don't got nothing figured out, or I should be pretending I got it figured out and I don't, like, or it's just fake stuff. It's like people that don't even fuck with me want to take pictures with me, like you don't fuck with me. I love you, and you don't fuck with me, and everybody knows you don't fuck with me, or maybe not everybody. I know you don't fuck with me, but you want to take a selfie at every event we're at. Like come on, I know what it is. Like people, I don't care to go and talk about other people's business, but it comes back to me. Like so it's just a bunch, and it's that, or like sometimes the politics of the city that I've benefited from the politics in the city, and I've been on the other side of the politics in the city where it's like I think some people with power and resources can be lazy sometimes.
Right.
They, so there was hard. And then on top of that, I'm a girl rapper. So in a male dominated industry, so a lot of niggas just wasn't trying to listen to me because I'm a girl rapper, and so they didn't know what the hell to do with me. And then they was expecting one thing, and then on top of that,
you a non-conventional girl rapper too. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you and Rhapsody kind of do the same thing but don't at the same time, like you know what I'm saying? Because it's like yes, you're a female rapper, but you're potent, like you come off like your vibrato is crazy, like you know what I'm saying, like you know what I mean. So and
then I'm a tomboy, I'm a masculine shorty too,
right? So it's like and I think some niggas is intimidated by that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Not only is that you, because that's you wholeheartedly and you embody that and you're comfortable with it, but you better than a lot of niggas, yo.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like so it's like it's like fuck, like you know what I mean? Like
her and her girlfriend and her yeah.
Like imagine being like the hardest rapper, right? Like you hard, nigga, and you from the streets and you nice, but then Oompa gets on stage and you're lyrical, your stage presence is stupid, you can harmonize and sing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like this nigga just looking at you like, oh, I'm gonna shoot her after the show. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, niggas leave I have had niggas leave the show.
Yo, bro, I believe it.
People get mad. They're like, yo, I'm tired of hearing OOMP'S name. Da, 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 da. I've read stuff and I just think it's funny because it's like, I'm not tired of it. Like I some people get caught up in the Boston hype, and I love my city. I love where I'm from, but that's not it for me. You know what I mean? I want the world. Like,
awesome. Right.
So I see people be like, I'm tired of hearing OOMP'S name. And I'm like, my nigga, this is just emotion. Like nobody in LA is running my name up. Like, why can't you get behind that? Like, because the minute you do something, I'm behind you.
Right.
Anyhow.
What were we talking about before?
You said the hardships. I'm sitting here like, and then.
So yeah, like I mean, so yeah, I mean, like any other like obstacles that you felt like you had to face. Like, do you feel like your sexuality had anything to do with it at the beginning?
I think that I'm so comfortable in myself.
Yeah.
And be whether that's being chubby, whether that's being black, whether that's being from where I'm from, whether that's being ashy, like I don't know what. Like I'm just so comfortable with myself.
What you being you?
People just, if they're uncomfortable, they're the only ones that feel it. I could witness it, but that ain't got nothing to do with me. So I know I've heard people say stuff. I've heard people watch me and frown when I do songs like Your Girl. I've watched people leave the show. I've watched people take their kids. Like the minute I get off, I've watched them do that. And I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, like they can have all those preconceived notions. My heart is as good as any other heart. Like, absolutely. And I know who I am and I'm comfortable. And that's going to be what, if you just take 5 seconds to sit there and listen or feel me, all of that stuff will disappear.
Yeah, you're going to dead all of that.
That's it. I'm just who I am. Like the heart is the same heart as anybody else's. And the work is like, I'm connected to what I do. I think, I would hope, and I hope it connects to other people. And if they sit for 5 seconds, outside of their own judgment or even inside of it. I would hope that it would dispel like when they connect with me, because it's bigger than that. It's bigger than somebody's judgment about what I do and who I am. Like what I do in my room, in my bedroom, or wherever in my house is my business. Like,
right. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your creative process, right? So November 3rd, right? That was 2016. What is November 3rd? What is that day?
It's the day I lost my mother in 2009 on November 3rd. And so November 3rd was just me finding a way to dedicate the rest of my life to, not the rest of my life, but dedicate at least the start of my career in music, as it symbolized like my passion and me living unapologetically and living my most honest self, the life my mother would have wanted for me. It's about dedicating that album to her as a symbol of me going in that direction. But it's also literally about some of the emotional things that I went through and emotional processes I went through, and even just like in the world, like the physical things I went through in the wake of her death and stuff like that. So yeah.
So how old did you when your mom passed? You said 18, right?
18, yeah, I was 18.
Now, your mom passing at 18 is a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Like that's scary shit, because I can't relate, but I can relate with a traumatic experience with my mom. When I was 21, my mom had like a very severe stroke. And for months, like her memory wasn't the same. Like when she was first recovering, she didn't really remember much. You know what I'm saying? So, I didn't lose her. I was luckily enough for her to, recover and things of that nature. Right. Thank God. But, like run through your emotions, like, you know what I mean? Because it's easy for you to just be like, yo, fuck everything. You know what I'm saying? Like when something like that happens, because I've seen it with friends. You know what I mean? I've seen it with family members. I've seen it with, you know what I mean? With people. So like, what do you feel like your mom kind of like motivated you to do better for yourself, like because she passed, or like?
Yeah, what's crazy is that it's 2020 now, and it's been 11 years, and I think I'm just now having the time in the last couple of years to actually sit down and process what happened, which is how I think I was honestly just carried by God and my angels through all of that, because even in the moments where I thought like I was done, like, because at that point my sister had passed some years earlier, my mother had passed, I'm on a park bench, like, you know what I'm saying, like ain't got no food in the crib, we stealing food out of Walgreens, like we doing all kinds of crazy stuff like that, just trying to eat, no food stamps, no none of that, like or like we get food stamps, but then like we need some cash to pay some bills, so we sell, like stuff like that. So like
you gotta get right.
You gotta get right, do whatever you gotta do. And it's like even at my worst, man, like I just had people to take care of, and I had shit to do it felt almost outside of me. Like it felt like I was just being carried, like into the future, like just being carried, like because I don't know how I made it with where I was. And so like honestly, I just I thank God for that, because it's only now that I'm old enough to even know that there's something worth processing and dealing with, that I'm even dealing with that trauma that surrounded that whole thing. Like and I'm only at the beginning of it, and that's 11 years ago. So I think it was just God that got me through, bro. And now I'm just trying to stand up on my own and walk into purpose and walk into what I'm supposed to be doing, because I got carried for so long. It's like now I'm gonna hold my weight, so.
Wow, I've never heard nobody describe it like that. You know what I mean? That's amazing. You know what I mean? That's kind of like an out of body experience type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's crazy. So run through the creative process of November 3rd. Like, you know what I mean? Like what was it like creating that project?
It just came spilling out me, man. Like some of the songs were like a year or two old. Mostly I had think like 4 songs out of the 11 ready, and then I met my boy Cliff, and
Cliff Notes is like on what, 2-3 records?
Yeah, he's on 2-3 records. He basically let me use his studio for free. Him and then my boy Hamstank. So they let me use it for free. I didn't have the bread at the time to do it. Whatever. It was just 2016. My boy
man, I'll tell you what. Like, not to cut you off, but like, when people recognize like yeah, I mean, greatness, and people recognize like real artistry, like real talent, like they'll let you do shit like that. Like, it's yours, because that shit gotta be heard.
Yeah.
And I remember first hearing November 3rd. Like I was bumping the album for like a good year. Like you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
love.
no bullshit. You know what I mean? And I used to be like, damn, like this is hard. Like, you know what I mean? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like when I heard the album, it was like one long ass like record, right? Like it was like a tape format, right?
Yeah.
I first heard it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Because I'm like, because then obviously later I ended up getting on like Apple Music and shit like that. So you just like track, but like. But I feel like when I first got it, it was I didn't know any of the names of the songs because I just kept playing it. Like, you know what I mean? From start to finish. You know what I'm saying? I just remember Cliff Notes because, you know what I mean, because of the the album art.
The art,
the name. But like just being absent-minded, not looking at the names of the songs. I was just like, yo, this is hard. Like, you know what I mean? I'm playing this shit like, yo, damn. Like, there was pain, there was happiness, yo, that shit was just fire, man.
Thank you.
There's not really one word to describe that piece of work, man. So, the how long did it take for you to compile all of that together?
I had 4 songs ready when I came to the table to him because those are 4 songs I was doing, and we sat down in September to get it out by November.
Yeah,
and the rest was done. The rest, all 7 of them, was done after that. We just spent mad time in there. I was just writing like. We had a timeline. I said I wanted to be done by November 3rd. I gave myself that deadline. So everything, there was 2 songs that didn't make it. And other than that, I just put it out. I was like, I don't care about nothing else. I just need to get this out. And, Cliff, the whole Hips 3 team, I used to run with them. And my boy Hamstank, like all of them. I used to run with all of them. And they just dedicated those 2 months to getting the shit done and getting it out. And it was just love, man, because it really jump-started everything for me. So shout out to them. Yeah.
That's wild. But all right, so let's talk about the rollout of that. Like when you rolled out that